السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. معكم مستر ديل من قناة مستر ديل جيمز. رجعنا لكم في مقطع جديد وحلقة جديدة من ذا ويتشر 3 هو وايلد هانت. الحلقة أعتقد الخامسة. اليوم راح نكمل مهماتنا، فأهم شيء لا تنسوا معنا بزر اللايك واشتراك معنا في هذه القناة والنشر. ويلا نبدأ. بسم الله. وش ذا الصوت؟ في شيء محترق. ترى الله الله الله، الناس ايش بلاها، الناس ايش بلاها، كل شيء يا ولد الدنيا تحترق. نروح نلحقه. يلا يلا خلنا نلحق. هذا وش؟
Oswin. Where's Oswin? Anyone seen him?
من هو أزوين؟ من هو
What?
أزوين؟
Fire. You blind? Nobody willing to put it out?
Ain't that simple. Most
Did-
are afraid. Baron flies into a rage. He takes no prisoners.
My brother's in the stable. We've got to save him. He'll burn alive. Him
طيب.
and the horses.
طيب يلا بنروح ننقذ. يلا خلينا نشوف.
See what I can do.
Hurry now, quick!
يلا يلا بنروح ننقذ أخيك ذا اللي مع الأمة ده. قاعد يضرب له واحد. خلى البارون على جنب. أنا بروح أنقذ أخيه.
Damn it. Lots of smoke. Gotta hurry.
Over here! Can't get out! Roof's collapsed!
Coming to get you.
أنا فتحت الباب خلهم يطلعون كلهم. يلا طلعت هذا الأحسن والدنيا طلعته. حلو.
We've a hero in our midst. You've earned yourself a barrel of Lyrian.
هذا شوفي.
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or after you beat her to a pulp?
ضربة.
Fuck are you suggesting?
نعم
Don't play me for a fool.
صح.
You'd been beating them for years. Finally, they'd had enough and fled. Sound about right?
صح. ما عندي مشكلة. أفقع وجهك دبيبان. فقع وجهك. دبيبان.
They ran from you, didn't they?
Lying prick!
Looking right for all that is.
فقعت وجهه. يلا. غرقه بالماء، غرقه بالماء، غرقه بالماء. نسوي البارون، نسوي نفسه ملك. ها اذبحك هنا يا كابتن.
We need to talk.
بعد ما فقعت وجهك تعال اجلس يا كلب.
Sit down.
ايوه اجلس.
You beat them.
كنت تضربهم.
I never
ايوه
laid a finger on Tamara. Not once.
And on Anna.
That's another story.
يعني ضربت
She
انا.
always knew how to spark my ire.
Expect me to believe you were a loving father to Tamara after that scene in the courtyard?
نعم.
You're free to believe whatever you wish, but she was always the apple of my eye. She had the run of the place, ask anyone. She'd ride the horses, hunt with the men, at times join them on their rounds. And they'd sent for her when I flew into a rage, for only she could calm me.
Make it sound like she led a charmed life. If that's the case, why'd she run?
صح.
I'd hardly need you if I knew.
كيف أثارت هذا غضبك؟ جد.
Your wife. How'd she make you angry? Too
جد.
much salt and
أنا
sea. Socks
مرته.
never darned.
20 years we've known each other. She's seen me drunk and sober. She was there to greet me when I returned the victor. She was there to patch me up in defeat. Like no other, she knew where to press, where to pinch, so it would hurt.
You beat her? For that? For
يا
criticizing you?
غبي. يا غبي
Oh,
ده.
Witcher, you haven't a clue, have you? Well, perhaps I shall tell you about it one day. One day, but not today.
طيب.
You knew they had run away from the start.
صح.
Yes, I knew.
وصخ عارف
Why
انهم
didn't
كانوا
you tell
مهاربين.
me? Wasted my time.
Say I had. Say I'd said I had troubles. Couldn't control my wife, my daughter. What kind of flaccid prick would you take me for?
غبي. كيف هربا؟ لم تهربا لكنك دفنتهما إلى الأبد. لا يهم. أعرف كيف أجدهما. هذا.
Gotta admit, I do think you're a prick. Not
صح.
because you couldn't control them, but because you drove them away.
صح.
What?
Don't play the idiot. You gave
صح.
them no choice.
هذا الحقيقي.
And I. It wasn't as it seemed.
هذا الحقيقة.
Seems.
علمني شو اللي
All
صار.
right, I'm all ears. Tell me what happened. The
فاضي
truth
لك
this
أنا.
time.
علمني الحقيقة الآن.
I'd been soaking myself 3 days straight. Anna came to me, said they were leaving. I begged them to stay. She refused to hear it. I tried to stop her. She wriggled like an eel. We struggled. She fell.
يعني ماتت.
Last blasted thing I remember. Woke up in the morn, breeches heavy with my own piss. A large bump on my head. Sadly, they were gone.
ذهبا هجوا.
Know what that's like, Witcher? No. How the fuck could you? I was left with nothing. Nothing! Only the bottle.
Signs of a fight in the room. Hole in the wall, wine all over the landing.
صح.
Was that you?
إيه صح.
We tussled. She tried to whack me on the noggin with a candlestick, but kept missing. Hit the wall and the pillar instead. I staggered backwards onto the table, spilled the wine, slipped and tumbled. Anna used that moment to flee. She rushed down the stairs, still clutching that damn candlestick. I caught her on the landing. We fell. I thought I had her. Then she turned and smacked me in the head. I blacked out. Don't know what happened next. When I came to, I was alone.
طيب. هل شهدت تمارا ما حدث؟
Tamara present for all this? She see
Yeah.
you quarrel?
Through the doorway, perhaps. She didn't enter the room. Shame, too. Things might have turned out differently. The sight of her always calmed me.
ماذا حدث بعد ذلك؟
What happened next?
علمني حقيقة.
Next, it only got worse. I awoke at sunset, not knowing how many days had passed. Thought it was all a ploughing, drunken nightmare. And then I went to the bedchamber, but Anna was not there. Instead, there was blood everywhere.
يا
I
مشكلة.
knew she'd miscarried. My breath short, my throat locked. I neared the bed, and saw it. It lay there, a tiny thing, defenseless, on bloodied sheets, dead.
اوه ماتت
And it
بسبته.
was my doing.
طيب بدنا كلام كذا. طيب خلني
Maybe you're doing, maybe not. But that amulet she wore could be important. Or maybe the fact that she lost it.
صح.
What did you do with the child?
هذا الحقيقة وش سويت به؟
What was
الطفل
I to do? Took it out and buried it.
أما دفنته.
Just like that?
Damn you! I gave no thought to a funeral. It was a horror. I wanted it to end. That child had been my dream. I told Anna, the little one, our little one, to make things right. Yet she died before she could be born. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead.
Get hold of yourself. Men like you, when they break down, look downright pathetic.
You're a heartless bastard.
هذا
Mutations worked then. But here's the good news. Your dead child might help us find the one who's still alive. And your
صح.
wife.
What?
حقيقة.
How?
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into fucking what?
A cursed creature that draws strength from killing pregnant women. Once it's strong enough, it attacks those who scorned it.
But how? How does it know?
Blood ties. They're a strong bond. A bond I want to use to find your family.
How?
One of two ways. Legends claim you can bury a botchling under the family's threshold, perform a ritual, and turn it into a lubberkin. That's a sort of, hob, a guardian spirit that could lead me to your family.
And the other way?
We kill it and draw some blood. Take that to the Peller and he does the rest.
Do not kill my child. It's suffered enough already. Lift the curse that it may finally rest in peace.
خلاص اوكي. خلاص بنخليه
not
حي
sure
ما
what
راح
to do.
نقتل.
Whatever you decide, we must put an end to my child's suffering.
ما راح اذبحه اجل.
Whatever we do, we gotta find the botchling first.
I'll show you where I buried her, and I'll dig the grave at my threshold.
If it turns out we can't transform the botchling into a lubberkin, they can bury us in it. Handy either way.
صح.
Need to tend to something first.
لا لا
Be
لا.
quick! And me? What am I to do in the meantime?
Sober up.
Well, ready?
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight, at midnight.
نعم.
Then wait here with me. Near midnight, I'll take you to where I buried her.
Get word to the common folk. Ought to stay in their homes tonight and draw a line of salt outside their doors.
Do I take a shovel to dig up the grave?
أكيد.
Take it. You'll need it, but not for that.
ممكن تذبحه أنت. بعد مرور ساعات قليلة يجينا.
A bit further. Follow me.
يلا مشينا.
You give the child a name?
No. Why would we?
Mistake. Names are powerful seals.
يلا بسرعة ودني هذا. قبره.
Here's the spot.
هذا قبر ولدك اللي دفنته.
Chose
والله
a
طلع
lovely
لحية.
spot.
Damn it, will you relent? I'm ploughing now I've done wrong.
Good. The grave's dug up and empty.
What's that mean?
Botchling's on the prowl.
بالمكان هو الجنين هنا موجود.
Look.
هذا هو جنينه. اي والله جنين. هذا ولد.
Take it in your arms, quick.
And if it goes garrety, it'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell. What happens when it gets plowing restless?
It'll bite through your jugular, and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic. Pick it up. Take it in your arms.
Merciful gods.
هذا ولد.
Back to the fortress.
What? With this?
As I recall, you were the one wanted to test the old legends, change it into a lubberkin.
Oh, fuck.
حلوين مدامنا هذا خلنا نمشي. مر سهلات سهلات.
Spectres. Botchling's scent attracted them.
Do something!
حلوين.
Stench. Down.
Pest, take me! It's writhing! Oh. Quiet
فديته
now.
يا ولد. هجمون الوحوش. خوي سد الوحوش.
But what do you want to do with it?
Me? Nothing. This is your job. Told you, gotta bury it under the threshold. If the tales are true, by tomorrow it'll be a lubberkin. From then on, it'll watch over your house and help me find your family.
البارون اسمه صعب البارون حتى يا حبيبي. يلا بيطلع لنا وحوش الان. وينهم؟
More coming. Need to hurry.
On with it! I'll not wait till the hours.
Good.
باقي واحد.
Squirming again? Like a daft eel? It worked.
حلو هديته. بارون الوحوش هذول هاجماني فجأة.
Chosen a name?
No.
So think of one. It's important.
It's...
اختار
It's a
لك
girl.
اسم.
What would Anna have named her?
ايش بتسميه؟ سمه. المفروض تسمي ولدك هذا. مو ولده هو بنته. انه بنت. يلا المفروض يسم. الله شان.
What now?
Repeat after me.
كرر بعدي.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your home.
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee, say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter.
مات.
Good. Now bury the body.
ندفن الجسد. البارون. ماتت بنته قدامه سماها دانا مدري.
What now?
In 1 day's time, Dea should turn into a lubberkin.
صح.
I'll stay here and wait. You go home.
I'll wait with you.
Out of the question.
But that's my child. And the guilt, the responsibility for all this lies with me.
Time for parental impulses? It's long past. Besides, nothing else you can do here.
صح.
But
No buts. Just Witcher's work left to do here. Gotta wait a day and a night for the botchling to turn into a lubberkin. That's it.
صح.
Go home. And try not to
تحرقت.
drink yourself stupid again.
لا رح حرقت. خلنا ننتظره. توصف الليل.
By blood's power I summon you. With your name I beseech you. Hear my call and arise, Dea.
طالع هذا.
Lead me to those bound to you by blood.
ايه يعني امه واخته. يلا تفلرب.
Sure wasn't lavender they kept in there. Might be worth looking around though. Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. A bracelet. One of them must have dropped it.
I'm
Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse.
جد.
Clothing.
ملابس غيرها.
Both were
غير
here.
ملابس.
I'm going the right way.
غيروا ملابسهم عشان يجون هنا.
Wants to show me something more.
هذا الحصان. حصان مأكول من الوحوش اللي هاجموهم ذول. العظام.
Bones have been here a while.
السرج.
Chewed on the saddle. Necrophages will eat anything these days.
اي والله ياكلون اي شيء. حتى في بشر ياكلون اي شيء الايام ذي.
Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks.
جد.
Horseshoe's missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse?
حبيب قلبي. الراس.
Head torn clear off. Takes incredible strength.
خلنا نلخصها يلا.
Must have been attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away. Trail goes on. Good thing it doesn't end here.
يلا مشينا. هم هنا.
A fisherman's hut. Seems she wants me to take a closer look.
ذولي هم. هل هذول هم؟
Who's that?
The room. Go on now.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women, the Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy?
يتكلم فضحهم. ايش اللي
Where'd
صار
the
له؟
girl go? Your son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of our father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is, hi. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford.
حلو.
Mrs. Anna, that's another tale. Though anywhere's better than the crow's perch with a baron.
Why?
Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I mean. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir.
Because I'm...
Tamara is, though any...
Why?
Cause...
What happened to Tamara's mother?
Twere like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched them. But finally, they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. For then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
متنار بين يدينها. لو رسمنا هذا هو.
What marks?
These, well, like burned on with hot iron. On the palms, inside.
كان يعذبها.
Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
يخرب بيته. طيب.
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden. And then, from the woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat. And before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes. I thought I was done for. Beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses, mine and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twere the only reason we escaped. The miss wanted to go back for her mother, but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone. Miss Tamara agreed not to go.
Why help them at all? You risked a lot.
I'd a debt. Owed Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed, a fever gripped my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara learnt it. Brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come. A time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does evil as if.
Married a wise woman.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
Thanks for your help.
The lady. She'll be all right in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is. here our paths diverge. Thank you, Dea. Go in peace.
شكرا دي. روح الله يستر عليك. هذا هو وين؟
I'm looking for Tamara, the Bloody Baron's daughter. Your brother said I'd find her here.
Wojtek send you, sir.
How else would I know she was here?
Wait a moment. I'll fetch her straight away.
خلني نشوفها. تمارا صغيرة بالعشرينات. بسيس.
You're looking for me, and who might you be? My father sent you?
هذه هي
Yeah,
بالعشرينات.
to see if you're still alive and well. I'm Geralt of Rivia.
I'm quite alive and extraordinarily well, Geralt of Rivia. Better than I've ever been in this rotten life of mine, and now that you've seen me, I bid you farewell.
Wait,
We've nothing more to talk about.
your father's a vile man. You're angry and bitter. Can't blame you.
Why did you help him then? Why did you take this job?
Because he knows something about someone dear to me. Promised to tell me if I found you and your mother.
Got it. A bit of blackmail. Just his style. Well, now you found me, you can tell him I'm alive and I'm never coming back.
Before I agreed to look for you, your father told me his version of events. Tell me yours.
Mine? It's dull as life amidst the swamps. My earliest memories are of a drunken father lying under the stairs, caked in mud and clutching a bottle. Next dozen years, pretty much the same. Father would drink, disappear for days, then come home in a rage and send furniture flying. Thank the gods for war. I was glad every time they sent him off. And the quarrels. I remember him screaming at Mum, the thuds as he beat her, then her sobbing. I'd hide under my bed and long for silence. That's the long and short of it. Multiply by 19 and there you have my life. Finally, we'd had enough, Mum and me. He crossed the line and we fled.
Wojtek claims your mother had strange marks on her hands, and that a monster dragged her into the woods. That true?
We were riding towards the river. Suddenly, Mum cried out, bent over, almost fell off her horse. I rode up to her and saw something strange. Her hands were on fire. And then that creature leapt from the woods. I don't know what it was, but it roared so fierce my nose bled. I saw it topple trees. I've never been so scared in my life. And that thing grabbed my mum and disappeared into the woods. I wanted to turn back, go after them, but the horses panicked. Now I don't even know if she's alive.
I don't mean to pry, but I know your mother had a miscarriage.
His doing? He shoved her, she fell, that's how it started. We were alone, no one to help, blood everywhere. Worst night of my life.
Sorry. Must have been hard for you both.
Mum was in shock. She was raving that it was better this way, that she
الله
never wanted
مجرم
a child.
البارون.
Must have had a fever. She was losing blood the whole time.
She didn't want the child?
Said she'd sooner cut open her gut than bear another child from his seed.
What will you do now?
Find my mum?
You realize that might not be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm not daft enough to believe I can do it alone. I've got some new friends now. Powerful friends. They'll help me.
Who are these friends, if it's not a secret?
No secret. Heard of the Church of the Eternal Fire?
إيه.
A priest helped me contact the Redanian witch hunters. Righteous, brave men. They'll help me.
Hence the candlesticks in your room. So you believe in the eternal fire?
Once the heat of the fire has set your heart aflame, it gives you strength and leads you down the path of truth for the rest of your life. I hope it'll bless you with its warmth one day.
Thanks. Thing is, fire's tricky. It's easy to get burned.
صح. ماذا عن والدي؟
What about your father?
Who? Oh, him. I don't care. I won't go back to him. That bit of my life? Forgotten it already.
Well, well. A witcher. Never thought the Baron would stoop to hiring a monster slayer. Though I hear you're good at tracking things down.
Glad you know who I am. Haven't introduced yourself, though.
Graden, witch hunter in the service of His Royal Majesty Radovid of Redania. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Rings a bell.
If the Bloody Baron sent you to fetch his daughter, you'd best face it. You will fail in your task.
I appreciate your concern, but I don't need it. As for Tamara, she can make her own decisions.
صح.
Noble of you. A killer for hire abandoning his bounty for the good of another. The hunters and the Church of the Eternal Fire thank you. So the Baron hired a witcher to find his daughter. Interesting.
Desperate fathers have been known to do a lot to find their daughters.
Unexpected from a witcher. I thought your mutations cleansed you of humanity. Stripped you of emotions.
You don't need mutations to strip men of their humanity.
So-
I've seen plenty of examples. Where are you gonna take her?
Tamara must rest. She's had a harrowing experience. When the warmth of the Eternal Fire has restored her strength, we shall see about finding her mother.
Hope you know what you're getting into.
I've never been more certain. The Eternal Fire is the best thing that could happen to me.
In that case, good luck.
Thank you for respecting my choice. Farewell.
أعطيته اختيار. أتوقع إنهم بيحرقونها حية. إنهم مسخين. ذولي. مثل ما شفنا اللي صار.
Remember me?
Stable hand pulled you out of the fire.
We'll never forget that. Here. I'm grateful.
هذا اللي انقذته من إنه أعطاني 20.
Didn't see it myself, but I say he grabbed me. Witcher, a word, please.
أكلم.
What is it?
That night when the Baron ordered everyone to lock their doors, stay inside. What did you and the Baron do?
Gotta ask the Baron about that. Speaking of which, know where he is?
Garden. Spends a lot of time sitting there of late.
Drunk.
No. Don't drink, don't eat. Just sits.
أنا بروح له. أنا أكلمه.
There you are.
See the hollyhock there? The violet blooms. Brought the plants here from Nazaire. Anna had read some story. Insisted on having them. Spent hours tending to them, trimming, pruning. She was so content at that. And them, the frilly ones, called birds of paradise in Zerrikania. But Tamara called them dragons of paradise. She adored them. Damn shame I'll never learn which blooms would please Daya most. Though it's good to know her spirit's free.
Your loss. It
نعم.
must hurt. Bad. But there wasn't anything we could do.
صح.
No. Not now. Not anymore. It was too late. That was clear. Should have acted earlier. Taken them all from this damned felon. In this hole. This reesty mire. Nothing could go right here.
خزانات.
Got some information about your family.
You've learned something? Well, let's go inside. It's a bit chilly out.
جو برد.
Any news for me?
Your daughter's in Oxenford.
What the blazes? She all right? In good health? Safe? Why haven't you brought her back?
Never offered to do that.
How do you know she's safe? You see her at least?
I saw her. We talked. She said I could tell you she's safe
When will she come home?
and that she's not coming back.
She's not to return. But I've prepared all for her. Her rooms await. I sent away for new pantoblas from Toussaint. How can she not come back?
لا ما أنا بقول يجب أن تتكيف مع الأمر. إيه.
Sooner you accept this, the better. Face it, you haven't been the best father.
I have not, true. But I'd change, I'd be different. If only she'd return. If only they'd both come back. Maybe all is not yet lost. She's in Oxenfurt, you say? Well, maybe she hasn't left. Maybe she'll hear me out.
You can always try. Wouldn't get my hopes up, though.
I shall try. I must. Life is pointless without her and Anna. I've nothing to lose.
حلو.
Incidentally, what of my Annie? Learned anything?
Nothing yet, but I'm on her trail.
Well, what are you waiting for?
For you to tell me about Ciri, like we agreed.
Fine. The word once given. When Ciri was on the mend, we took her out on a hunt. Thought a bit of galloping would warm up her limbs, gone stiff from so much bed rest.
حلو. أنت سيري.
That
علمني عن
lass of
أخبار
yours,
سيري.
pure luck in the flesh. To hunt down a wild boar that size, why, worthy of one of King Foltest's feasts, where he's still among the living.
والله جالس يسولف معهم. جالس يسولف معهم.
Ciri, come! Our haunt should be yours as I see it.
Aye, you done well, lass.
Not bad. Not bad at all. But who goes boar hunting with a sword?
No bow at hand, no spear. My sword was all I had.
Well, you brandished it beautifully. Where'd they teach you that, anyway?
At Kaer Morhen.
Witcher school there, aye. But they only took lads, as I recall.
أنا
They
استثناء.
made an exception for me.
Right. Mean to say you're a she-witcher?
Not entirely. The mutations, I was never subjected to them. But everything else I know, I learned from the witches there.
Know any of them potions?
Not so much. A bit.
Because you see, at times I get this pinching back here.
Shut it, Egrin. Nobody cares about your backside. A woman could swing a sword. I've knowed one. But never seen a lady mount anything but a cock proper. All tipsy on horseback. Nothing strange on account they bloody mount them
هذا اللي
sideways.
ينقذه جارد.
Perhaps you'd care to wager.
Think you can outrun me on an horse? Naturally. What's the stake?
Black mare. The one in the stable.
Oh, that won't do it all.
What happened? You get the jitters?
No.
So why not?
The horse is mine.
أها.
To race the Baron himself. I'd consider it an honor.
Oh, that'd be a sight to behold.
Would it ever?
Done. But if I win, I take your sword.
Agreed.
I'd not drink any more this night. You'll want your head about you. And we start at daybreak.
حلو. في سباق بيني أنا بين سيري والبارون. البارون كان واثق وقتها. الحين علمنا معلومات. مشروق الشمس. هلا من صباح الله خير. حضرين بدري بدري ريجي. وش ذا الأرنب اللي يمسح على راسي.
Day dawns.
Ready?
As ever. First one to the tower.
Man chop!
حلوين.
Come on, Ciri, don't you embarrass us.
Go on! Kick it!
Show how it's done.
يلا ما كلهم يبغاني افوز عليه.
Move it! Move it!
Come on, lads!
فازت سيري.
You're wind, not woman.
انت رياح
Worthy
للسيما.
of the best horse. The mare is yours.
والله اعطانا.
Thank you!
What?
في شيء صاير. والله.
Another chance to win.
She screamed like a mad woman. In an instant, all had forgotten the wager. Every man ran to save his skin, even worried to break his neck.
And they make it?
Some, aye. Others were not so fortunate. But what happened then? I must say, Witcher, seen a lot, but nothing like this. Never.
Uh-oh. I know that look.
You're a fast learner. You'll know the rest once you find my wife.
Working on it.
And making piss-poor progress.
They split up. Hadn't considered that possibility before. But don't worry. I'll find Anna too.